Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. We are 7 days into the new year, and I'm just finally getting around to getting back to this ongoing series where I'm reviewing 100 stories by Ray Bradbury. Today I want to continue with this story, Darling Adolf, which appeared in his Long After Midnight collection in 1976, as well as in Bradbury Stories, which is the collection I am reading from now. In this tale, it is in the 70s. We are in Germany. A Jewish movie producer and a Jewish director are sitting at a table in a pub, eating and drinking with a actor dressed as Adolf Hitler. Yes, it sounds like the makings of a good joke. But the actor has had way too much to drink. He's becoming obnoxious, and the talk turns to the direction of the film, and it is suggested that they do a recreation of the sort of famous 1934 Nuremberg Stadium rally that Hitler gave back in the day. I think it's a crazy idea because it would cost way too much and drive the film over budget. And as the actor gets more and more obnoxious, the director finally can't take it anymore, and he punches the guy in the nose. The next day, they go to the hospital to visit him and possibly apologize, but we learn that the man has been abducted by three strange men who look remarkably like some of Hitler's top lieutenants from back in the day. And the director gets the mad idea that maybe we could have the rally ourselves almost for free if we basically help this lunatic who thinks he's Hitler organize and promote it as if it was real. So eventually they show up at the Nuremberg Stadium. They bring in banners, they bring in sound equipment, and sure enough, the three kidnappers and Hitler show up. Hitler comes up on stage, he gives his speech, which becomes increasingly incoherent, and finally comes down to the point where he says, "You know what, I'm nuts, I realize it, I'm crazy, I better go now." The end. Very weird story. I do love the concept. It feels very much like, sort of like Quentin Tarantino's revisionist history type thing, combined a little bit with maybe a little bit of Charlie Chaplin, The Dictator. But I like to try to figure out what a story is saying, and something that comes to mind here is sort of the lunacy and the madness of the film industry and of artistic people in general. I think you hear these stories of method actors who get way too deep into their characters, that they essentially, it's a type of lunacy, really. But also, I like that it sort of echoes the lunacy of that era, the 1930s. You know, how was an entire nation sort of spellbound by a lunatic? Sort of in the same way that millions of us are spellbound by movies every single day. Execution-wise, not one of Bradbury's best stories, I would say, but I do appreciate the concept. I think it actually would probably play pretty well as a movie. To go back to like Tarantino, I could see that sort of thing. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that sort of nostalgic take on it, where half the movie is sort of in the film, maybe a film within a film, but you also have to deal with the sort of the lunacy of sort of the way that the Hollywood mind works, I guess. Not a bad tale, not very well executed, but you know, it took 10 minutes to read, so for 10 minutes of entertainment, I'm going to get a couple hours of thinking, and that's pretty cool for me. Alright guys, so this has been Let's Talk Ray Bradbury for today. I'll be back soon with another short story review in the form of The Beautiful Shave, so be sure to subscribe and tune in for that. See you later.